Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I'm Ashten from AshtenStitches, and today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute coasters. That's what I will be using them for. These are just some fun spiral coasters with a really cute shell border, and they're actually pretty simple. They look intimidating, but I promise that it is a lot easier than you think. I haven't been able to find a really well written pattern for these, so I decided to just make my own, wing it, and then show you guys what I've done. So that's what I've done here. I'll show you how to do my orange one today, but you can use any three colors that you want. I will be referencing them as colors A, B, and C, but I decided since at the time of filming this, it is getting close to Halloween, I would do some fun Halloween colors. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what you're going to need. For your materials, you're going to need 3 different colors. I've gone with black, white, and orange. And then you will need a 4mm crochet hook, a tapestry needle, and some scissors. And let's go ahead and get started. To start our spiral, we're going to start with our color A. I will be doing white as my color A. So go ahead and you will make a magic ring. If you don't know how to do a magic ring, take your yarn, grab it with 2 fingers facing towards you, wrap it around, and then make an X facing towards you. Flip over, you'll have parallel lines. Your hook will go under the first one, grab the second one, and pull it up through. Grab that little loop and your crochet hook, and then release your magic ring. So now that you have your magic ring, we're going to chain 1. This does not count as your first stitch. And then into the magic ring, we're going to place 1 single crochet. So a single crochet is insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Next, we are going to place 1 half double crochet into the magic ring. So a half double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook into the loop, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Then we are going to place 2 double crochet into the magic loop. So a double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 double crochet, and we'll add 1 more into our loop for a total of 2. So now you should have a single crochet, a half double crochet, and then 2 double crochets with your white. Now what we're going to do is we are going to pull up a loop on our working yarn and remove our hook. At this point, you can also make your magic ring a little bit smaller so that it's easier to work with. We are now going to grab our color B. So for color B, I am using black. I know that black might be a little bit hard for you guys to see, but I will do my absolute best to show you what I'm doing. So we're going to take our color B and we're going to attach it to our magic ring. So you can attach this however you normally do. What I'm going to do is insert my hook into the magic ring. I'm going to loop my yarn over with the tail of the yarn away from me, working yarn towards me. I'm going to grab everything and I'm going to pull up a loop, and then I will chain 1, and that does not count as your first stitch. Now I'm going to be crocheting over these 2 tails with my black. So with color B, we're going to do the same thing that we did with color A. We're going to place 1 single crochet into the magic ring. We will place 1 half double crochet, and then we will place 2 double crochet into the magic ring. Now, if you are like me and you are using black as one of your colors, a really good thing that you can do is mark off your very first stitch with a stitch marker. That way you don't get lost in where you need to go. I will go ahead and do that for the sake of this video since, like I said, black is really hard to see in videos and I would like for you guys to know where I'm going into. So let me grab a stitch marker and then I'll place it with you. So I have my stitch marker. These are the cute little heart ones from Hobby Yarns. I will link them down below if you are interested. But we are going to place our stitch marker into the first stitch on our black, which will be our single crochet. If you're at this point and you're struggling to see where I'm at, you can always go backwards. So we had 2 double crochets. So here's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Then we had a half double crochet right here. And then we had a single crochet. So I'm going to place my stitch marker into the single crochet. That way I don't lose it. So now that you've done a single crochet, half double crochet, and then 2 double crochets with your color B, go ahead, do the same thing, pull up a loop, and then remove your hook. At this point, I would suggest pulling on your white tail or your color A tail and tightening that all the way. And this is the beginnings of our spiral. For step 3, we're going to insert our hook into our color A loop. So we will be using our color A right now. And I know that we just placed the stitch marker, and that's because we are going to be crocheting with color A into color B. So where you've placed your stitch marker into that very first stitch, I know it's really hard to see, but I will do my absolute best. So we're going to, into the very first stitch right here, place 2 double crochets. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into that very first stitch. It might be a little bit hard to get into, so don't worry. So I'm in my very first stitch, which was the single crochet of color B. And I'm going to place 2 double crochets into that stitch. So that was 1 into the same stitch. And there's 2. And now I'm going to place 2 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So you can see these ones a little bit better. So I'm going to put 2 double crochets into this stitch and into the next stitch. So 2 stitches. So I'll place my 2 double crochet into the next stitch. And then one more time, we're going to place 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So once you've done that, you should have 1 stitch left of color B. That's how you know that you'll be in the right spaces. So now we are going to drop color A, pull up a loop, and remove our hook. For step 4, we're going to insert our hook back onto our color B, and we're going to do basically the same thing. So if you had trouble before with seeing my black, you'll be able to see it here on my white one. So you can see that I have a stitch here, which is my single crochet. Then we've got the half double crochet and then the 2 double crochets from the very beginning. So now we are going to do the same thing that we did in the beginning. We're going to find that first stitch. So that's this one right here of our color A. And we will be placing 2 double crochets into that stitch. Now, if you pulled your magic ring tight like I did, it might be a little bit hard to get into it, but go ahead and place 2 double crochets into that first stitch of color A. That would be your single crochet. So there's 1. And there's 2. So then into the next 7 stitches, we will be placing 2 double crochet. So I will go through this with you so that way we can make sure that we're going into the right ones. So into the next stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochet. So that's 1 into the next stitch, 2 double crochet. That's 2, next stitch, 2 double crochet. That's 3, next stitch. That's 4, next one. That's 5, next one. That's 6, and then 1 more stitch, placing 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So now that is 7 stitches that you have placed 2 double crochet into. To make sure that you've gone into the right stitches, you should have 2 stitches left at the end. So now you will pull up a loop with color B, and we will be attaching our hook back to color A. With color A, we are going to place 2 double crochets into the next 9 stitches. So I will go ahead and do that with you. Into this next stitch, 2 double crochet. That's 1, next stitch, 2 double crochet. That's 2. Next stitch, 2 double crochet. That's 3. Next stitch. That's 4. Next stitch. That's 5. Next stitch. That's 6. Next stitch. That's 7. Next stitch. That's 8. And then last stitch. That's 9. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches left that we are not working in. So go ahead and pull up color A, remove your hook. If you're like me, you might have to untangle your yarn and then attach your hook back to color B. So now we are going to place 2 double crochets into the next 4 stitches. So go ahead and do that. We've got our first stitch, 2 double crochet. So that's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3, and then 1 more with 2 double crochet. There's 4. So this is kind of a good point. This is our check-in point to see that we are doing this in the right way. You can pull off or pull up a loop if you need, but you are going to want where you've ended both of your loops. So here is my color B loop. Here's my color A loop. You're going to want where you've ended just now to be in the center. So you can see that these are basically lined up with each other on both sides. That's how you know that you have gone in the right stitches, you're going in the right direction. It's a really good check-in point. Once you've checked in and you are good to go, you are all centered up, we're going to go back to color B. And we're going to basically continue this row. So this is going to be where we're going to get a little bit bigger. So what we're going to do next is in the first stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochet, and then into the next stitch, we're going to place 1 double crochet. We're going to repeat that two stitch pattern 7 times. So I'll do it with you so that way we make sure we're going in the right direction. So into that next stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochet. And then into the next stitch, place 1 double crochet. So that counts as your first pattern out of 7. So we're going to do that again in the next 2 stitches. The next stitch will have 2 double crochet. Then the next stitch has 1 double crochet. And that is pattern 2 out of 7. Next stitch has 2 double crochet. Then the next stitch has 1 double crochet. And that is 3. The next stitch has 2 double crochet. Then the next stitch has 1 double crochet. And that's 4 passes of our pattern. Next stitch has 2 double crochet. Then the next stitch has 1 double crochet. So that was 5 out of 7. The next stitch has 2 double crochet. Then the next stitch has 1 double crochet. And that was 6 out of 7. So we're going to do that pattern one more time. Next stitch will have 2 double crochet. And then the next stitch will have 1. And that is 7. So you should have 2 stitches at the end. Ignore my factory knot. But you should have 2 stitches at the end of that sequence. Then we will pull up a loop. That's as far as I can go with my factory knot, which is fine. Remove our hook, and then we are going to go back to color A, and then place our yarn onto our hook for color A. So for this, we're going to do the same thing. So 7 times we're going to do 2 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch. I will go ahead and do this with you as well, just so we can be on the same page. So we're going to do this 7 times. So the next stitch has 2 double crochet. Next stitch has 1 double crochet. And that's 1 out of 7. So next one has 2 double crochet. Then the next stitch has 1 double crochet. And that is 2 out of 7. Next stitch has 2 double crochet. Then the next stitch has 1 double crochet. And that is 3 out of 7. Next stitch has 2 double crochet. The next stitch has 1 double crochet. That's 4 out of 7. Next stitch has 2 double crochet. Then the next stitch has 1 double crochet. That's 5 out of 7. 2 double crochet in the next one. And then 1 double crochet in the next one. That's 6 out of 7. So one more time, we do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And that is 7 passes of it. This is another check-in point, so you can pull up your color A yarn and then check to see that you are again centered up. So once you've checked that you are all centered, we're going back to color A, and now we are going to start finishing off our spiral. So with color A, we're going to do our finishing off. In the next stitch, we will place 2 double crochet. In the next stitch, we will place 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, we will place 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, we will place 2 double crochet. In the next stitch, we'll place 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, place 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch, we're going to place 1 half double crochet. Then in the next stitch, we will place 2 half double crochets. Then we will place 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. We'll place 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Then we will place 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Then we will place 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Then we will place 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Place 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Then we will place 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And then into the next stitch, we will place a slip stitch. And then you can go ahead and cut off your color A yarn. Pull through. And you are done with color A. So now we are going to go back to color B and we're going to finish off color B in the exact same way. So I will go through this with you again. In the next stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, we'll place 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, place 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, place 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, place 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, place 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, we will place 1 half double crochet. In the next stitch, we will place 2 half double crochets. In the next stitch, we will place 1 half double crochet. In the next stitch, place 1 half double crochet. Then the next stitch will have 2 half double crochets. The next stitch will have 1 half double crochet. The next stitch will be 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, place 2 single crochets. In the next stitch, place 1 single crochet. And then in the last stitch, place your slip stitch. Make sure you've done this right again. You can always check to see if you've ended right in the center again, all lined up. So go ahead and cut your color B yarn. And at this point, you will just weave in your ends and then we can do the shell stitch border. I'll go ahead and show you how I finish off these little ends right where we've left off instead of these. These ones I just cut off. So I'll do that. But for these, I do an invisible, like a kind of like an invisible join almost, I think is what it's called. But we will take our tapestry needle. I will attach my yarn to the needle. And what I'm going to do, so you can see that I'm coming from this stitch I'm going to go into this stitch from front to back, not pulling too hard. I don't want it to be super tight so that it scrunches up. I'm going to bring the yarn back over to me. It's a little hard to see. You'll see it on the white one a lot better, but there's 2 loops of our slip stitch. I'm going to go through the back loop of it, turn my work so I can see the top of it, and you can see that there's the stitch that we went into. Or that first stitch of this, or the first loop of this one, and then the second loop. I'm going to go under the second loop and then pull through. Again, not making it too tight, but that just kind of makes a nice decrease around this edge. And then I just will weave in my ends as I normally do. And then again, being careful not to pull too tight. And that is one side done. We'll do it on the other side as well. I will show you for this one as well. So you can see where we're coming from. We're going to go into the stitch right after, so front to back, not pulling too tight, bringing it back towards us, going under. So you can see here's one loop, second loop, going under the second loop. And then this one's a little harder to see, but going under the second loop of the black stitch or the color B stitch, pulling through, making sure not to pull too tight so that we have a nice decrease here. And then just weaving in the end as you normally would, not pulling too tight. And now you should have your spiral done. And we will go on to the border. So now we are going to work on our border. You're going to take your color C. This is your border color. I've chosen orange for this one. And we need to attach to our spiral. So where we did that kind of like invisible join is where we're going to attach. So I'm going to insert my hook exactly where I've gone through for that invisible join. And then I will just attach my yarn as I normally do. I'm just going to pull up a loop. And then we are going to chain 1. And that does not count as our first stitch. I will also be crocheting over my little tail yarn here so that I don't have to weave it in later. So this border is just a bunch of shell stitches and single crochets. So I will show you how we do that. In this stitch that we inserted or that we attached our yarn, we're going to place a single crochet. That's our first stitch. We're going to skip the next stitch and then into the next stitch after that one that we've skipped. We are going to place 5 double crochet into that stitch. So we've skipped, you can see the hole right there. We've skipped that one. Into the next stitch, we're going to place 5 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that you can see that our shell stitch is there now. And then we are going to skip the next stitch and into the next stitch, place a single crochet. So we are going to repeat that all the way around. So we will skip a stitch. In the next stitch, place 5 double crochet, skip a stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. I will do it a few more times with you. Since I know that I'm working on my black, it might be a little hard to see. I can also show you over on the white so that it'll be easier to see where I'm going. But we are skipping the next stitch, and into the next stitch we will place 5 double crochet, there's my 5 double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and drop my tail yarn. We will skip this stitch and single crochet into the next stitch. Then again, we'll repeat. Skip the next stitch, place 5 double crochet in the next stitch. And then we will skip a stitch, and then in the next stitch, place a single crochet. So you're just going to do that all the way around. I'm going to finish off the black part, and then I will show you what it looks like on the white in case you're still a little bit confused. So I wanted to show you once you've gotten to the area where you've kind of tapered off of one color and you've done your kind of invisible join. I'm going to show you that. So I've just done my 5 double crochet. I will skip the next stitch, and I'm actually going to place my single crochet in the same stitch that I'm coming out of instead of the actual, so you can see the black here. I'm not going to go into that one. I'm going to go into the stitch that that one is coming out of. That way it stays pretty consistent along the edges. So now I'm on my white part, so I will show you again how I'm doing these shell stitches in case you couldn't see it on the black. We are going to skip the next stitch, and so we're skipping this one, and then we're going to place 5 double crochets into the next stitch. So skip the next stitch, 5 double crochets into the stitch after. And then we will skip the next stitch and into the stitch after. So skip this one. Into the stitch after, we will place a single crochet. I'll show you one more time. We're going to skip the next stitch and place 5 double crochet into the stitch after. Then you will skip the next stitch, and in the stitch after, place a single crochet. And you will just do that all the way around, and I will meet you back at the very end. So I'm doing my last shell stitch. And then if you've started where I have, which you should have, I'm going to, instead of placing my last single crochet into that same stitch, I'm going to join with that very first single crochet. So I will just do a slip stitch, and then you can cut your yarn. Then go ahead, weave in that end. I just weave it in how I normally do since I don't need to worry about invisible joins or anything. So once you've done that, you can just flatten it out and you're done. And there you have it. You now have some really cute coasters. I've been making a ton of these lately. They're just really fun, and they're a really quick project to work up. So if you're looking for some new home decor, you can definitely make these you can make multiple in a day. I think I made 4 in like 3 hours. So they're really great quick projects, and they turn out really, really cute. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know by liking this video, leaving a comment, subscribing if you'd like, and I'm very excited for other tutorials that are up in the works. So I hope you guys had a great time. Let me know what your thoughts are, what colors you're going to use down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.